What's up, everybody? Coach Pat coming at you with another video, another pros and cons video. So welcome back to PC by CP, or Pros and Cons by Coach Pat. Today we are going to be reviewing this Active 2 Samsung Smartwatch. Let's go find out.
Hi, hello, and what's up, everybody? Welcome to PC by CP, or Pros and Cons by Coach Pat, where I give you real life evaluations on everyday products. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.
For starters, the Samsung Active 2 Smartwatch comes in two sizes, the 41mm and the 44mm. So I got the 44mm. There's really not much change in specs as far as memory, as far as this, as far as that, other than the screen size. And maybe the battery size is supposed to be a little bit bigger, but I really don't know if it makes too much of a difference. So this is it right here. Hopefully you guys can get a pretty good video or pretty good look at it. I'm gonna put with one of the watch faces I kind of like that I downloaded so that you guys can see it turned on. All the sensors are in the back. This is the band that it came with. Super comfortable. Really comfortable. So anyways, let's get started with the pros and cons. Number one pro, price. They have gone down in price because they're coming out with newer models, this and that. So technology, of course, goes down in price. So I bought it for $180, if I'm not mistaken, on eBay, brand new. So great price. At least for me, I think it really is a great price. So that's a pro. Pro number one, price. Pro number two, super nice looking. Not only the band itself, that is nice and smooth, and it bends and it flexes really good. I've had some other bands that are rubber or pretty similar material that they are just stiff, man. I mean, you barely bend them, but this one, it just flexes really well around your wrist. And as you can see, I'm not putting much effort, and it just kind of flows. So the look of it, the design of it, out freaking standing. So that's definitely pro number two. Pro number three, the face itself is round, and it doesn't have that bezel that the other Galaxy, the Galaxy S3 or the Galaxy Watch has. So when you're trying to go around with it, as you can see, it's a touch screen that allows you to go through the menus, through the bezel. So it's basically a touch screen. It is really cool that you can just kind of touch the screen on your smartwatch and kind of just go around, and it goes through the next menu, next app, next whatever you may have set up on it. So that design of it, I think they knocked it out of the park. I've had both watches. I had the Galaxy Watch, which had the bezel that you physically had to turn. That was really cool. I love that watch. I don't know what happened to it. The screen died out on me after so many years. So I just went out and bought this one. I decided that I was going to go for a different look, I guess. This one's supposed to be more comfortable. The other one's supposed to be maybe fancier looking. I don't know if that's the right word. So I went with this one. Again, all those pros, excellent design. Another pro is that it really responds well. So I guess my old watch, I don't know if I had too many apps, too many things running on it or whatever, that it seemed like it was getting a little slower. But this one right now, it's extremely responsive. So you kind of touch and bang, it happens. You know, opens up the app. It moves to the next menu. All those kinds of things. So that's definitely a pro. The battery life on this is supposed to give you like 2.5 days, depending on how much you use it. If you're gonna play your audio files from the watch, if you're gonna be talking, making phone calls and responding to your texts, checking emails all through your watch, yes, it's gonna wear out a lot quicker. I use it, and I do use it to make phone calls, and I do use it sometimes to respond to some texts and stuff like that. But I want to say that I use my phone more than for those things. It's just a bigger screen, but it is convenient That way, if you have your phone on the table over there and you get a phone call, you just answer on your phone on your watch, and it's the speaker's really loud. So that's another pro. I've had other smartwatches that the speaker is like you gotta like stuck the or stick the whole damn watch inside your ear to hear the conversation or to hear music. This one is really loud, so it actually is really good. So that's definitely another pro. Another pro is it is waterproof. I wear it all the time. I take a shower with it. I've gone in the pool with it. I wash my hands in the sink with it. I don't take it off. I really don't. So the complete specs are. I'm gonna try to put them there on the video here, but I don't want to make this a specs video. I want to just review it to see if it actually works. So hopefully you guys don't mind too much that I'm not putting all the specifics that this watch can do. I just really want to be able to tell you what I've experienced with it. So that it is a good watch, especially for that price. So I think to me that those are the most important pros that I can give you. And again, there are some specs that you might be looking for in a smartwatch that may compare to this one, may compare to other ones, may compare to whichever one that brand you like. I gotta tell you, I love Samsung. I have phones, watches, appliances, TVs made by Samsung, and I've had nothing but great results when I buy these products. They last a long time. They don't break down, and sure, I've broken phones because I've dropped them, so it's not really a Samsung thing. I think we've all broken phones, right? It sucks when you break your phone, when you drop it and that screen just goes. Yes, it does suck. So let's get to a couple of cons. I think the design is beautiful, like I say, and hopefully you guys can see how smooth and nice looking it is, right? So one of the things that I really dislike is that the glass, there's no protection around the top of it. So if you're like me, kind of not very careful with products, you're gonna bang, bang, hit a wall, hit the desk, hit your car, I don't know, man, whatever you're gonna hit. And it seems like there's no protection around the top of the glass. I don't know if you guys can see it there. I'm trying to put it as front as possible so you guys can see. So if actually something hits it, it's hitting the glass directly. Now it is a scratch resistant glass, but yes, if you go and you hit something really hard, you're gonna scratch the hell out of it, or you might break it. So that is something that I know my Gear or the Galaxy Watch 3 or whichever one I had, the bezel kind of comes up higher than the glass. So it adds like a layer of protection. If you're gonna scrape something like this, it hits the bezel instead of the watch glass itself. So that's kind of a con, and that's because I'm kind of rough with things. I'm not very gentle with my watches and my stuff. So I did buy a case for it, and which I am gonna do a review video on that case. By the way, I think it's really good, that case. It adds a really good level of protection. But anyways, the watch comes just like this. So that to me is sort of a con if you're like me, kind of rough with things. If you are more gentle, if you're more careful, definitely. And the other cool thing that it does, since it comes with a smaller screen, the watch itself might be a little smaller for somebody who has smaller hands, or for the ladies. I'm going blind, so I need a bigger screen. It helps me, but I just think it looks really, 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 really nice. So I think that that's the only con that I can find on it. I love that it's water resistant. I don't have to take it off or anything. I love that I can just jump in the pool and not even worry about it. I love that it connects to the phone seamlessly. As soon as sometimes I reset my phone, let's say, or reboot it or whatever, and boom, it's connected, so it keeps track of everything. And also, I think that the step counter on this watch is really accurate. I know everybody has issues with step counting on any watch, any phone, any device you own. It's really the way they count steps, or the technology they use to count steps. So I've never had a product that is 100% accurate on how many steps you take. So it depends how you walk, how fast you walk, how much you move your hands. There's so many other factors that can contribute to counting steps. So I took a couple times saying, I'm gonna take 100 steps, and I started the counter just to make sure, or I kept track of it. And after my 100 steps, it was exactly at 100 steps. I did it another time for like 50 some steps, 120 some steps, and maybe once or twice it had a one step more, one step less. So that is a really accurate way of counting steps. I had a buddy of mine that he was sitting in a rocking chair just going back and forth, and he was counting steps. He had a different watch, but why? You're not benefiting yourself if you're going to cheat yourself like that, right? So you definitely want to get something that's accurate enough, and I really do believe that this is accurate enough. It may not be accurate perfectly for you, but I don't think any device is. So I think it's really accurate, and it's as accurate as it can be. And not only that, it has so many other cool features. Again, this is not a specs video, it's more of a review video, but I will put some of the other things that the watch does so you guys can kind of keep track. One of my favorite ones, just let me go real quick to it, is the stress level and ECG. I will put what ECG stands for, and basically there it is. That's the app. You press record, and then it tells you, you gotta wear it, and you gotta tap the button, and it records your ECG, and it keeps track of so many other things, not only your heartbeat, not only your oxygen levels and all that stuff, which right now with the COVID, I think it's one of those things that a lot of people are kind of keeping track of. So you don't have to have an extra device. My phone has it too, but I don't even need to use my phone. So with my watch, I keep track of all those things. All those little features, all those smart features that I think people need, and it connects Bluetooth. So you don't need to have this connected. You do not need to have this connected with a new line to your telephone company. That's definitely another pro. Use a Bluetooth, and whatever you have on your phone, you see on your watch. You can even control the camera from your phone, via your watch, which is kind of a cool feature. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I was able to give you some good information if you're thinking about purchasing a smartwatch. I highly recommend this watch. It is super comfortable, especially if you're one of these people that is on the go and you don't need that super fancy Rolex looking kind of watch. You want something a little sportier. Perfect watch. Really, 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 really good watch. If you liked the video, please people, give me that thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for supporting the channel, people. Take care.